Yeah, that's it. I'll just give an introduction. So we'll start. Hey, good morning, folks. So today we are starting about the Docker deep dive. So whatever we learned in the earlier session about the container introduction and all, so we are taking a bit forward, and we'll go through how to set up a application from scratch in Docker. So for that, in this session, it's a short one. So we are creating an application from scratch, and then we are interconnecting with Docker. Okay. So for that, we need a Linux machine. Okay. So what's the plan to do is, so we will take one machine. In the one machine, the first time we will install an application, a small Python Flask application. Okay. And the next one would be HTML application. This we will take in another different session if possible, but we'll see. So I'm keeping this one outside. So a small Python Flask just to check the time or do a calculation of the date of birth or calculate a BMI, something like that. Okay. So for this, I'm using So for this, I'm using GPT to generate the code. Okay. And then we will convert this one into a Docker instance. Okay. So for this, what I'll do is, through ChatGPT, I'll generate a code. Uh, my code, what I would like to is write a Python Flask application uh, to take two inputs. Write a Flask application to take two inputs from HTML text boxes. Okay. One would be height in centimeters and feet in cages and display the BMI. Okay. So let me get the code. Slash data. Option B. So I'll get this done now. Maybe a better VS Code. No, but that would be in so yeah. vi space app.py. Let me go and see in the VS Code what the code actually does. So this is what it's doing. Basically, it's creating a HTML data dump, and yeah, it's creating a HTML template, and it's reusing in the Python. Okay. So what we'll do is we will save it and run Python 3 app.py. So if you see it's running in internal server, that means only I can turn it on 127, but let me try and port 5000. So 268. Okay. Let me wait. So I'm supposed to give port host is equal to 00. So I can access it from outside. Should be a string. Okay. So let's go ahead and recheck. So it's giving two inputs, which we should have got only one. Okay. Let's see. I'll get a 5.8 and weight is somewhere T. So your BMI 16. Okay. So for now, I'll keep this one as a sample. So now we will see how to convert this one into a Docker file. So what I'll do, I'll push this code in a GitHub and from there I'll pull it and all. So, but for now, what I'll do, I'll pull this one into a GitHub. So for that, since this one is there, might need to create a new folder. We'll see. So instead of two boxes, keep one box and also uh, keep the static code as HTML. So this is how the structure looks like. So BMI app templates. So index.html. So what will I do? Okay, and the second part is I'll update my code again. So later vi app.py. So I'll try to spin up the app again. Let's see. Python app.py. Yeah. So height 5.8 and feet 5.5 and feet in centimeters. Yeah. So your BMA is 30. Yeah. So this is how a static code was generated. So what I'll do, I'll create a repo here. Okay. So coming to ours, so we have, as I told, we have two things. So one is your HTML file and one is your app.py. So now we would like to see how we can convert into a Docker file. Okay. So one second, guys. Yeah, I'll put my code in a yeah, put my code in a GitHub, so it will be little easy to push here since it's a Linux machine. Me copy. So I'll go ahead and commit the code. So I can commit from here itself. So dated code files per class. Okay, so ये तो हो गया. As I told, now we'll create a Docker file for this. So a Python sample file looks like this. Okay. Create. Okay. So from Python, that would be a basic. And then what we'll have copy. Uh, yeah, we have copy app.py. Okay. So let's generate a Docker file for this. So yeah, as I told, we are building from Python simple image and slim image, and we have a app.py, and we created a app working directory. So requirement.txt. So you might need it in future, but for now we'll keep it blank. Okay. And then copy the rest of the app. So we are creating copying and expose port 5000 and app.py. Okay. So it looks good. So we'll test it. We'll test our app. Let me check my maybe. Okay, looks like this Docker commit was not pushed properly. So yeah, sync changes. Git pull. Okay. So as we are aware, like we have three things here in the Docker. So the first one would be you need a Docker file and you need to run it as a container. You need to create a Docker image. So we'll go ahead and convert into Docker image. So Docker build -t. Let's keep as a BMI app /v1. And where is our Docker file? So dot in the current directory. So T is little big, but I hope it's visible. Okay, so Docker images. Yeah, if you see, this is the one which we created, BMI app, and it's in tag version v1, and the size is 129 MB. Okay, so what will I do? I'll run it. Okay, Docker run BMI app /v1. So Docker run -d. So D is a daemon mode. So D is in daemon mode, as in we will mention which port we can specify. Okay. So for that, I'll just see if any port is running in 5000. Yeah. No. So this should be the, yeah. So we are able to run our container. D is in daemon mode, as in it runs in our background. Okay. So grep for um grep for BMI. For some reason, it got exited. So -A. Okay, no module name Flask. So whatever we are using, it's a Flask VM, Flask module. So we are supposed to keep the requirements here. So that would be Flask. And yeah, just the Flask should be fine. So we'll rebuild the image again. So we'll rebuild the images docker build -t. So this time we'll not give v1, so we'll give latest. And so the build is completed. So I'll rerun the image again. We can see our VM is running in port 5000 when I run docker ps command. So what will I do? I'll go ahead and try to open it in port 5000. Okay. So yeah, we can see the data. Now, whatever the VM, whatever the data we are seeing, it's running from the Docker. So what will I do? I'll insert a small code here. I'll insert a small code block here in order to save the data into database. Okay. So for that, what will I do? I'll make sure if there is a MySQL installed. Yeah. So MySQL is already installed. So I think it's MySQL client. Let's install MySQL. Well, it says server is already in new version. Okay. So what we'll do, I'll try to log in. Okay. So I'll create a database. So create database, BMI or Docker DB. Okay. So I'll create a table for to calculate the BMI. So we will show three details here. So one is height, another is weight, unit, and the BMI result. So whoever is coming and accessing our UI, right, like our app, so their data will get stored here. Okay. So we'll make a note of it. So it should be create table, uh, BMI data, and think It's so use Docker DB and so we'll use this one. Okay. So we'll update our code to handle this thing. So what will I do? I'll install requirements, MySQL Python. Even here I'll open another session. So with this, it's a common error we get. So we'll install it. So meanwhile, we'll update our code logic. So what we say is somewhere here, we'll do insert into database. Okay. So let's go and update the code. So this is the one, insert into BMI and all the details. Okay. Also, we'll update to show the rest of the data, whatever the data is inserted to the DB, right? So we'll update to show that one as well. So also show existing records in web UI. So that way, that would be somewhere here. We will do, we can do a get and we can do something like select star from BMI app at all. Okay. So my database is Docker DB. Okay. Host is localhost and container username is, yeah, let me create a temporary username. So we'll create a Docker user. So okay, and we'll give all the privileges. So what happens is by default, it listens to only 127.0.1. So we will change it to low, like global. So it will accept the external connection. So 0.0.0. So now MySQL will listen on all it's ready to listen to the external ones. So I'll do Control X and save. So we'll restart MySQL. Sudo systemctl restart MySQL. So we'll give the same credentials what we provided here. So it would be 120 host. So it would be Docker user. And your password is strong password one. My MySQL server IP is 192. Here it is. 92.168.0.174. So I'll save it. So I'll do a git pull cd/data/docker demo git pull. Yes. So okay, let's try running the Python app. .py. It's already in use. So Docker rm course, and let's run it again. Yeah, let's see if I can access it now. Okay, user did for Linux local. Okay. I'll take a break here because I'll try to connect it in the next session. So my host has Nginx as a load balancer configured, and yeah, it's kind of causing trouble. Yeah, I think I need to reconfigure the user and all. So let me recheck everything and I'll come back. So for now, I'll take a break here. Yeah, I think, yeah. Thank you for everyone for joining. So in the next session, I'll try to fix the things and I'll come up with a proper repo. So maybe we can access it from there and we can start reusing it. So I'll give you a detailed instructions how to use and how to set it up. We'll see guys. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for joining.